Welcome to you all. Hope you are well. To see the figure, you already get an idea that today I am going to talk about static electricity from chapter 10 for class 9. This video is presented by Muhammad Ashraful Islam, lecturer, Department of Physics, Milestone College. By the end of the lecture, you will be able to explain the basic concept of production of charge, explain the causes of production of the charges by the process of induction and friction, and detect the existence and nature of electric charge by electroscope. If you rub your hair by a comb and after that if you bring it near to some pieces of paper, then you will observe that the pieces of paper will jump towards the comb. Why the pieces of paper will jump towards the comb? Because there's some amount of charge is produced. So from the discussion, a question is arised that what is charge? Let us discuss about the charge. The definition of the charge is the fundamental and the special property of primary particles such as electron or proton, of which the material consists of is electrical property which is determined by the charge. Let's have a look the construction of an atom. In the figure you can see the carbon atom. If we divide an atom, then we'll get three fundamental particles which are electron, proton and neutron. Electron is negatively charged, which is situated in the outer side of a nucleus. Proton is positively charged, which is situated at the center, and neutron is electrically neutral, which is situated also in the center. Now let us discuss a question: why an atom is electrically neutral? Atom is electrically neutral because there are same number of proton and same number of electron in an atom. Let us consider the carbon atom. In a carbon atom there are 6 number of electron situated in the outer side which is negative charged, and 6 number of proton which is positively charged situated at the center, and there is a attraction bond, the positive charged proton and negative charged electron. That is why we cannot get any free electron from the atom. That is why atom is electrically neutral. So now the question is how charge is produced. In that normal condition, when that number of electrons and number of proton are equal, in that situation the charge will not be produced. But when the number of electron and the number of proton is not same, in that condition a charge is produced. Let us talk about the electron affinity. In the periodic table there has some element which have electron affinity, and the element want to get the structure of inert gas. That is why it will receive electron, and the number of electron and proton will not be equal. In that situation we can say the body is charged. If the number of electron decreased and the number of proton increased, this situation is said to be charged positively. Again, if these scattered electron are joined with any atom, the number of its electron is increased. As a result, it is said to be negatively. That means the shortage or the excess of electron in any atom is considered to be charged. Let's consider that thing in physics. When we rub something, then we will get the charged body. Let us consider an example. Here you can see the glass rod is rubbing with the silk cloth, and so that the silk cloth will be negatively charged and the glass rod will be positively charged. Because glass rod has electron affinity, it will receive electron from the glass rod and the silk cloth will be negatively charged. and the glass rod has no electron affinity, so glass rod will be positively charged. Another example, you can see here the ebonite rod which is rubbed with the funnel paper, and that is why the ebonite rod will be negatively charged. You can see the figure here, the electron move from funnel paper to the ebonite rod. That is why ebonite rod is negatively charged and the funnel paper will be positively charged. In that case, the electron is stored in a surface of an atom. That means in that situation the electron is in a stationary position, that is called static electricity, and when the electron moves from one place to another place, that is called current electricity. Let us talk about electric induction. The process of charging a neutral body by bringing it very close to another charged body is called electric induction. Look at the figure. In that figure you can see there are two neutral metallic ball which is hanging with a support. If we bringing to charged body near to the metallic ball, in that case the metallic ball will attract to the charged body and the metallic ball will be charged, and if we remove the charged body from their position, then the metallic ball again get its position. That means if we remove the charged body from to the neutral body, in that condition the neutral body will be neutral again. This process of charging is called electric induction. Let us see an example. In that figure you can see there are a neutral body which has both charge, negative and positive charge, in the balanced condition, and when we bring the ebonite rod which is negatively charged towards the neutral body, in that condition the electron of the neutral body will repel to the negative charge of the ebonite rod, and it will get the another end of the neutral body. And if you connect the metallic wire of the neutral body to the earth, in that condition the negative charge will goes through the wire to the ground and the body has only positive charge. And if we remove that ebonite rod and the metallic wire, in that condition the body already have positive charge. It doesn't means the neutral body will produce a charge. It means due to the induction process the body will get some positive charge, and that is called electric induction. Now let's explain the process of induction. First of all, we have to take a neutral body AB. Here you can see a neutral body AB. In a neutral body there are two charges, positive and negative charge, in the balanced condition, and when we bringing a ebonite rod which is negatively charged near to the neutral body AB, in that condition the electron of the neutral body will repel and go away from the ebonite rod, and it get its position at the end of B. And if you connect the neutral body with a wire to the ground, then the negative charge of the neutral body will go through the wire to the ground and the body will becomes positively charged. That is the process. Now let us discuss two important topic: inducing charge and induced charge. What is inducing charge? In the above explanation, the negative charges in the glass rod which has created the induction in the conductor AB, that charge is called inducing charge, and the charges which are accumulated in the conductor AB is called induced charge. That means the producing charge by the electric induction is called induced charge, and by which, that means the ebonite rod by which we get the induced charge, that charge is called inducing charge. Now I am going to talk about electroscope. The definition of electroscope is the instrument which detects the presence and nature of the charge in any body is called electroscope. In the figure we can see a electroscope. In the electroscope there is a glass jar, and into the glass jar there is a insert iron rod. One end of the iron rod there is a circular metallic disc, and another ends there are the gold lips keep attached to the iron rod, and there is a non-metallic cork. So let us know how the electroscope is work. If we bring a charged body and contact to the metallic disc, and the metallic disc will be gain some charge from the charged body, and the charge will pass through the metallic rod to the gold lips. Though the gold lips have similar nature charge, in that case the gold lips will repel to each other and it will move away from their initial position. In that process we can consider the body will charged. Let us talk about another important topic on electroscope. We use the gold leaf in electroscope. Why we use gold leaf? Because gold has more conductivity than another material. Gold can be made as thinner as you need, and there is no rust takes place on the gold plate. Let us talk about the detection of electric charge. Look at the figure, you can see here electroscope. In that electroscope there a metallic disc, that is the metallic disc, and that's one is the metallic rod and that gold lips. And if we want to detect the existence of a charged body, and if we bring an experimental body contact to the metallic disc, and if you look at the gold lips, and if you observe that the gap of the gold lips is increased or the gap of the gold lip is changed, then it can be decided that the body has charge. How does it work? When we bringing a charged body towards the metallic disc, near to the metallic disc, due to the electric induction process the metallic disc will produce some charge, and that charge will go through the metallic rod and present at two sides of the gold leaf, and the both side of the gold leaf has same charge, so that the gold leaf will repel to each other and it will move away to its initial position. And when we take another body which has no charge, in that condition the gap of the gold leaf will not be changed. Let us see. Here we bringing a charged body into the electroscope. In that case the gap of the gold leaf is increased, and if you remove the charged body from the metallic disc, from near to the metallic disc, in that case the gap of the gold leaf is not changed, and then we can say the body has charged. And if we bring another body, you can see here another body yellow color, in that case the gap of the gold leaf is not changed, so it can be decided that the body has no charge. Now we'll talk about the detection of nature of an electric charge. in that process, first of all we have to charge the electroscope. That means we have to know where is the charge of the electroscope in earlier, and after that if we bring another experimental body and if you observe that another experimental body, you can see here, and you observe that the gap of the gold leaf is decreased, then it can be decided that the body has the opposite charge that we have already in the electroscope. We have already electroscope has positive charge, then the experimental body is the opposite charge. That means the experimental body is negatively charged. Now your homework. Today's your homework is the definition on our today's topic, that is charge, static, electricity, electric induction and electroscope. And you have two comprehensive based question. In the first question you can see here there is a metallic ball and there is a glass rod which is negatively charged. So the question is, how can you produce negative charge in a neutral body by the electric induction process? The second question is, you can see here the electroscope and we will take here a positively charged body towards the metallic disc. Now question is, what type of charge is induced in the gold leaves and how?